So Kamala Harris has now put out an issues page as of like Monday morning. So it only took her like 6 weeks to put out an issues page. That basically says nothing. It's a bunch of jargon. It's a bunch of empty promises. There's nothing very specific on the issues page, but they're all going to pretend that there are serious policy positions on that page. It doesn't matter. You know what she would do. She said it in 2019, 2020, and then she did it under Joe Biden. So you can either believe your eyes or you can believe the lies they are telling you now, which presumably is why they keep on pushing the vibes. They got to push the vibes. They got nothing else. If it goes to the issues, they got a massive problem. So, for example, the Associated Press, which should be doing, actual reporting on her positions, all the problems with them. The Associated Press put out a tweet, quote, Harris turns to her favorite foods in effort to show a more private side and connect with voters. Her favorite, and just a picture of her holding Doritos. Wow, she's just like celebrities. They're just like you. She also likes Doritos and day drinking. That is what Kamala Harris, she's showing you her more private side by eating Doritos. Good job, AP. That is some top-notch journalisming, high-level journalisming. Meanwhile, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are going around giving people hugs. So Kamala Harris, she was hugging it out with a sobbing supporter in Pennsylvania. And this is the really important thing, is that she gives Momala hugs. Oh, my God. Wow. Doesn't matter that her policies are far to the left of anything the Democratic Party has ever run, including George McGovern. She gives hugs to people. Wow.
Oh, it's going to be good. We're going to be good. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. We are all in this together.
Yes, we are.
We're going to be fine.
We are.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Thank you so much.
Huh?
Thank you so
Did you get some spices? Oh, absolutely. Oh, it's all good.
Oh,
it's all
so many
good.
hugs.
Standing strong, right? We love our country.
Absolutely.
Right?
Everybody's crying together.
That's right.
Hugs. I don't want a president who gives hugs. I want a president who kicks ass. That's what I want. I want a president who kicks ass on behalf of the American people, who takes on America's enemies and stops them. I want a president who stops China and Iran and Russia and North Korea in their tracks. I want a president of the United States who doesn't, for example, sacrifice the bodies of American soldiers and then abandon their families. That would be great. I would love an American president who actually knows enough about business not to destroy major businesses in the United States through asinine tax and regulatory proposals. I would love that. I would love a president of the United States who doesn't promise mass amnesty. That would be awesome. I don't need a president who hugs. I've got parents for that. I've got kids for that. It's an absurdity. If you're the kind of person who requires hugs from your presidential candidate, let me request that you quickly go get a psychological examination. Seriously. But this is what it's all about. It's about the hugs. Here's Doug Emhoff. Remember we were talking before about how like Doug Emhoff and Tim Walz, this was their mail outreach program. Doug Emhoff and Tim Walz, who are Phil Dunphy from Modern Family, except more oafish, dumber, and more annoying. Here's Doug Emhoff talking about how he loves hugging Tim Walz. They love hugging, which is a real masculine, like that's all the bros out there. That's what we all talk about, how we love hugging. It's like our thing. Great male outreach there, my dude. Here we go.
We get up there and we just do this big bro bear hug. And I cannot tell you how many texts I got from my actual friends and actual family members like, you never hugged me like that. What's going on? You literally just met this guy.
Did you hit him on the back?
Walls pill.
Did you hit him on the back to preserve your heteronormativity? Did you give him the back pat?
No, if you see the video, we just did this full on. And I think, he was like this, I was like this, and then it was just this bro hug.
Awkward hug discussions. That's exactly what the dudes are looking for. Nailed it. Can't imagine why there's a massive gender gap in this particular election. Okay, well, as we know, the big debate is coming up tomorrow night. Right now, it is incumbent on Kamala Harris to actually show well, and it's incumbent on Donald Trump not to blow it and to expose her, right? Those are the things. So that big debate is happening tomorrow night. We are doing a backstage with a live simulcast of the debate and reactions from the most trusted voices in conservative media. Me, Matt Walsh, Michael Knowles, Andrew Klavan, Jeremy Boring will be there for full coverage and analysis. Watch live over at Daily Wire Plus. So both sides are now setting expectations with regard to the debate. The Trump campaign is suggesting that they expect that Kamala Harris will do just fine, right? Which is smart. They don't want to say that she's going to completely bomb, because if you set the expectations as she's going to die on stage like her predecessor in the campaign, then if she doesn't die on stage, she's now surpassed the expectations. Trump campaign advisor Chris LaCivita told House Republican lawmakers and senior staff they are anticipating a fine performance from Vice President Harris during Tuesday's debate. According to Axios, Republicans are preparing for a much different dynamic than the first debate, when President Biden's disastrous performance eventually forced him to drop out of the race. Harris has been riding a wave of enthusiasm since stepping in as the nominee. LaCivita noted Harris has less recent live interview or debate experience than Trump. And again, they are playing up the expectations of Harris, which makes sense. Meanwhile, Democrats are simultaneously attempting to play down the expectations of Harris. So Pete Buttigieg, who again is famous for being a crappy Secretary of Transportation, and also which is really important. He says that she's going to have superhuman focus and discipline. Is that what it's going to take? Superhuman? She's going to be like Wonder Woman. She's going to fly in her invisible jet, and then she is going to have like laser eyes in the debate. Talk about lowering expectations here. All right.
It says 28% of likely voters said they still need to learn more about Harris. Only 9% say that about Trump. What does she need to do at the debate to fill in those blanks?
She is a very focused and disciplined leader, but it will take almost superhuman focus and discipline to deal with Donald Trump in a debate. It's no ordinary proposition. Not because Donald Trump is a master of explaining policy ideas and how they're going to make people better off. It's because he's a master of taking any form or format that is on television and turning it into a show that is all about him.
But the good news, says Pete Buttigieg, is that she is amazing at getting to the heart of the issue. I'm not sure I've ever heard a more untrue statement than that about Kamala Harris. That she's great at getting to the heart of the issue. What now? What now? If there were an issue on the table and it had a heart, she would be operating on the kidneys. She has never come close to the heart of an issue. Every time she's asked about an issue, she starts rambling like a fifth grader who didn't read the book. Great at getting to the heart of the issue. The importance of Social Security is that time passes. Good God. Here is Pete Buttigieg trying to whip everybody into a lather over Kamala Harris's excellent rhetorical ingenuity.
You just mentioned that you were debating her and that you learned from that. What did you learn? What should we expect that you experienced as somebody who was jousting with her?
Well, I think about intellect and focus. She's somebody who is extremely smart about getting to the core of an issue. That's what made her so effective as a DA, as a prosecutor, then as Attorney General, and of course as Vice President. And one of the things I remember from those debate preparations when I was involved supporting her team 4 years ago was anytime some issue area or topic came up, we were kicking around statistics, ideas, arguments. She'd always take it back to the question of, okay, how is this going to affect somebody at home? And I think that's especially important right now with some of the issues at stake right now.
Yes, she is a person of the people who is excellent at getting to the heart of an issue. If you are a small baby who's dropped on your head, that's true. Wow, 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 wow. Are you tired of the lies and the twists of the mainstream media talking points? Yeah, me too. Join me in my newest series, Fact, where I dismantle and bring truth to this tiring mainstream agenda.